I wanted to give a little demonstration of what the poetry notebook for this month could look like and hope that the requirements are very clear. So this is an example of one that got turned in a couple of years ago that did a nice job. So it's in a binder, which all the students have, and the first page in there that the students have kept is their grade sheet, and this should have stayed at school because on here we've been recording some things as we've gone along. Their requirements are that they need to read 200 pages of poetry and keep track of all of that on the back. So which books they read, who the author was, and how many pages. Now those pages need to total at least 200 pages. And then they also need to complete daily assignments. We will have about 6 poems that they've written and done a final draft of in class, and those will be later on in the binders. Then on the rest, they could choose how they wanted to earn their points. There is 120 points possible if they did everything. So they could leave out 2 things and still get the full 100%. So they needed to choose which ones they wanted to complete. Now, in class, we've been working on reading poems and reciting poems. They've signed up for times and done that in class. When they do, they have the date written down, an initial, and their score is there. They can do 2 of each of those. They can make up to 2 poem posters, and those are 10 points each. They can collect a poem file of their favorite poems. Those can be copied on a copy machine, they can be handwritten, or they could be retyped. They can get up to 20 of those for 1 point each. And then they can write up to 2 of their own original poems at home for up to 10 points each as well. If they did everything, they could get up to 120 points. So that's the grade sheet. That will be first. Then they can put the rest of their assignments in the binder. If they can somehow have it organized so that I can tell which is which, that's the best. This student put little tabs that say school stuff, poems I wrote, poem file, and then at the back is her poem posters. Another way to do that, we've got pages that just say class assignments, file of my favorite poems. That's a great way to do it as well, as long as it's organized. In the binder, they need to have all the things that we've done in class, including the packet that we've been working through in class. And then they can include the poems that they wrote on their own and their poem files, and they've been bringing in their nice poem posters as they've gone along. Hopefully this is helpful. It makes it more clear. They could have been using these nice sheet protectors, or they could just be hole punching, but everything needs to be in the binder. These are due on Thursday. The last day that they can read or recite any poetry in class will be Wednesday. So hopefully they've been working on that along the way. And they'll just turn in their binders with everything in it to me on Thursday. I'm excited to see what they've come up with.